Hi, welcome to GCSE Science Flashcard Videos, your channel for making your science flashcards for revision. Remember, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. In today's video, we'll be looking at the reactivity series. The reactivity series is a list of elements, mainly metals, starting with the most reactive at the top, going all the way down to the least reactive at the bottom. Now in this series you have two nonmetals, carbon and hydrogen, which are only there for comparison reasons as they are nonmetals. At the top of the reactivity series you have potassium, which is the most reactive because it is the most likely to give up its electrons of all these metals. In other words, it is the most likely to become oxidized because oxidation is the loss of electron, going all the way down to gold and platinum, which doesn't like to give up their electrons, so they're least likely to become oxidized. Now we have a mnemonic to help you to remember the reactivity series, and it goes like this. Please stop calling me a careless zebra. Instead, try learning how copper saved gold, and don't forget platinum. Now in this mnemonic, please is for potassium, stop is for sodium, and so forth until you get all the way down to gold and platinum. In GCSE, there are three main uses for the reactivity series. The first one is for displacement reaction. A displacement reaction is one in which the more reactive metal will displace the least reactive metal in or from a solution. For example, iron plus copper sulfate will form iron sulfate plus copper because iron is above copper in the reactivity series. Therefore, it can displace or take the place of copper from copper sulfate. Another place that we use the reactivity series is in the extraction of metals. Those metals found above carbon, we extract those metals from their ores using electrolysis. So for example, if the question asks how do we extract aluminium from its ore, aluminium oxide, we would use electrolysis. Those below carbon, the method that we use to extract those elements from their ores is a displacement reaction with carbon. So we heat the metals with the ores with carbon. So for example, to extract iron from iron oxide, we would heat it with carbon. And those at the very bottom of the reactivity series, such as silver, gold, and platinum, they do not need extracting as they are already found in what's called their native states. Another place that we use the reactivity series in GCSE science is in the electrolysis of solutions when you're trying to predict which product is going to be formed at the cathode. Now in a solution, you know that water is present, so you have two ions at the cathode as opposed to one. If the metal is more reactive than hydrogen, then hydrogen is formed at the cathode. If the metal is less reactive than hydrogen, then hydrogen will be formed at the cathode. For example, if you had a solution of silver nitrate, then silver would be formed at the cathode because silver is less reactive than hydrogen. So ensure that on your revision flashcard, you have the reactivity series and the mnemonic for remembering it. Now don't forget the slogan. It is not rocket science, it's only GCSE science. Get those flashcards up and running. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.